Good evening and welcome to the All-State Hometown High School Football Game of the Week, brought to you by Jim Twiggs, Lee Riley, along with Gary Littell. And we are, of course, from Evans Stadium here in Springfield for the Lebanon Warriors under the direction of first-year head coach Matt Hopkins, who has guided Preble Shawnee last season to its very best record ever at 8-2. Now, before that, he was an assistant at Eaton High School for 7 years and helped them to 5 playoffs while he was there. And right now, the team that went 3-7 last season comes in tonight winning their last 3 games to sport a 3-1 record and a very tough National West in the GWAC. Now, Hopkins overall head coaching record is 25-35, and in his first season, what he wanted to do was focus on the ground game and control the clock, which is going to help the quarterback with some strong throwing quarterbacks, and that could be even better as they head down into the season. Now, they have thrown, the ball club actually rushed for over 600 yards, an average almost 5 yards a carry. While on defense, the Warriors have 3 or 4 new starters, but very talented bunch with 5 seniors and 5 juniors along with a sophomore. Now, 2 of the top contributors are 1 and 2 in the league in tackles. Yeah, Adam Creech and linebacker Caleb Newman. This team could give Miamisburg and Northmont a run for their money in that division. And Gary, shall we right now? Let's take a look at the keys to the game for the Warriors of Lebanon, brought to you by Dave Cale Chevrolet in the heart of Mechanicsburg.
Well, I'll tell you what, the defense has to be ready for this offense from Springfield because they will run at you, they will throw the ball, so they got to be ready for that, and they got to focus themselves on a ground game. And they got to free up the top tacklers to stop Springfield tonight.
Yeah, because one of those top tacklers is a linebacker, and they got to keep the offensive lineman off of him. Gary, what about the players to watch this evening for Lebanon?
Well, the first one you want to keep your eye on is Keith Farr. He's a sophomore running back, 346 yards rushing so far this season, so he will be going up and down the field tonight. And then the other one that you want to keep your eye on is number 3. That's Nick Straw. He's the senior linebacker. He leads the GWAC with 85 tackles.
Not bad. For the homestanding Springfield Wildcats, they come into tonight's action sporting a 4-0 record under fifth-year head coach Maurice Douglas, who is reviving his second program. Yeah, the first one was Trotwood. In 2000, he took over a losing program, but not for long, as Mo's record at Trotwood was a combined 51-9. And in 2012, capped off a 15-0 record with the state championship with Trotwood. Now, he says the guys this season are holding each other accountable, and he hopes that the new attitude will bring more success for a team that finished 6-4 last season and 1-3 in the National West of the GWAC. Now, success so far, the Wildcats have run the football. I can't even begin to tell you how much this is like, whoa. They have run the football for 1,100 yards.
In 4 games. In 4 games.
And they've, and as far as passing the football, 600 yards. The defense has 4 players with over 20 total tackles each. Coach Douglas says he's very happy, boy, he should be too, for a group who had some talent all along, but really didn't have the togetherness. But in the last couple of years, that class has recognized the importance of doing things the right way, as they are now holding each other accountable. Gary Littell. Let's check it out. The keys to the ball game for the Springfield Wildcats, also brought to you by Dave Cale Chevrolet in the heart of Mechanicsburg.
Well, you just said it's 1,100 yards rushing in 4 games. They got to continue to do that and protect that ball because people are coming after them. Also continue to tackle well and hold each other accountable. Coach Mo Douglas has always said, be accountable and be a team player, and that's the theme tonight for the Springfield Wildcats.
And I don't know if you have noticed, Gary, but just standing there, well, let's check out our players to watch this evening.
Number 4 is Raheem Moss. He's the senior quarterback. He leads the team in rushing with 414 yards. And the other guy is the big guy on the planet here. Number 75, Isaiah Gibson, senior defensive end, 6'4", 294, 15 tackles and 3 sacks, and he has committed to Kentucky.
One of the things that I've noticed with the Springfield team, just watching them warm up, don't they look like they're more cohesive?
That's what he's been trying to do since he came here, and a couple of the games that we had in seasons past, they just didn't do that. They had personal foul. In one game we saw in Xenia, they had 17 personal fouls. and that's not something that Coach Mo Douglas wants to have, and you can't win without it.
And we check our game forecast this evening, as well as the game time temperature, brought to you by the Houck Brothers. You know, with cooler weather, cooler weather's going to get here. It's on the way, and it's time to get your heating system checked. Gary, let's check out that forecast.
Well,
Nice ball game.
I think fall has just arrived because that rain just blew through here.
Yeah.
Cooled us off. It's now 76 degrees. And the wind's out of the southwest at 10 miles per hour. A 20% chance of rain, so let's keep our fingers crossed.
All right, our forecast and game time temperature brought to you by Houck Brothers. Now, let's check out something that's been kind of fun so far, our online survey. And, Gary, let's take a look at that. And who's supposed to win tonight?
Well, if you look at this on the screen, 97% have picked Springfield. And that's not really too bad of a pick because Springfield's on a roll. But when Springfield gets on a roll, you got to make sure they continue to do that and just don't falter towards the end.
And they are more of a team this year, trust me. We'll see in a little while. More of the pregame and the opening kickoff. It's going to be coming your way on local TV for me, Sports Network.